Good morning, gang. Happy Friday morning. All right. Always negotiate from a position of strength, right? We've all heard that concept. Makes sense, right? If I'm the one that's got the most, I'm going to kind of have the upper hand in telling you how a solution is going to work. Whether it's, I don't know, asking for a pay raise or buying a car, whatever. If the guy who is asking for the pay raise is indispensable in a company, the company's going to lose a huge contract unless he gets a job done. I'm the only one that can do it. Pay me to do it. No, well, then you're going to lose the contract. Or buying a car. I'm desperate to pay my mortgage. Good, I'm the one that's got the cash. This is what I'm willing to pay. Okay, negotiating from a position of strength. Today is the much ballyhooed summit between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin in Anchorage, Alaska, to discuss the putting an end to the Ukraine war. Negotiating from a position of strength in that is completely held by Vladimir Putin. It's going to be interesting to see what happens because basically Putin's going to tell Trump, this is what's going to happen or there ain't no ceasefire. There's no end to this. Trump doesn't have any cards to play. Oh, we can put sanctions on Russia. BFD, we've had sanctions on Russia for 4 years now? Okay. They seem to still be winning this war. We're going to send them more equipment. Yeah, that's going to go over real well with the American people. Hey, our economy's struggling. Let's spend more money on Ukraine. Got it. Okay. So Trump doesn't have any aces up his sleeve for this. It's, at this point for Trump, it's what can we get out of this? And what can we convince the clown Zelensky to accept? Now, I'll give you this. This week, Russia has pushed further into Donetsk militarily than they have in over a year. Russia's winning the war. It's just how it is. Russia was always going to win this war. There was no question. Ukraine does not have the manpower, the equipment, the will. The people don't have the will. I mean, you have to remember, the people in Lugansk and Donetsk and everywhere in the eastern territories of Ukraine, twice now, in 2014 and in 2022, the people there voted to be annexed by Russia and leave Ukraine. The people whose houses are being battled over want Russia, not Ukraine, because they see how corrupt Ukraine is. Not that Russia's any great legal utopia, but Ukraine is corrupt, okay? They know it. And they want to be part of Russia. Russia's like, cool, no problem. 2014 and 2022. So for more than 10 years, these people have said, we want to be part of Russia, and Russia's gone in now to take it because Zelensky's like, no, this is part of Ukraine. I don't care. No different than I don't care if California said we want to secede. I'd be like, go, please. You're a strain on the rest of us. We don't want you. Leave. Okay. But there's going to be a summit today, and they're going to talk about this. And Trump's basically going to say, what? We're going to send more military? We're going to send more money? I doubt that. That would really piss off the American public. The European Union certainly can't say we're going to send more money, we're going to send more equipment. They really haven't sent much of anything anyway, and they don't have any equipment left. All the while, China's going back going, this is kind of fun, because by the time this is all done, the U.S. will have no money, no military. Europe will have nothing, okay? They're allowing themselves to be invaded anyway, so, hell, Iran is like, cool, we'll just take over Europe. It can be the Crusades in reverse. But this is what we've got today. Now, don't for the life of yourself think that Russia's going to bargain on anything. Russia has already come out and said, period, okay? There is no negotiation whatsoever that does not include Ukraine agreeing to never join NATO, that they undergo a demilitarization and denazification, whatever the hell that is, okay? And they give up Crimea, any claims to Crimea, Donetsk, Lugansk, Kherson, and Zaporozhye. In other words, all the things Russia's demanded since the beginning of the war. You can say that when you're winning. You give up stuff when you're losing. Russia's not giving up anything that they want because they're winning. And it's a war of attrition at this point. They know that they can keep on producing Russian equipment. Not that they produce that much anymore, okay? But Ukraine doesn't produce any. Ukraine is at the mercy of what the Europeans or the Americans give them. The easiest way to end this war is to tell Zelensky to go pound sand. Take the $5 billion in money that you were proven to embezzle and go away somewhere. Go hide in Argentina with the rest of the Nazis, okay? This isn't going to be any great, oh my God, look what he accomplished. They'll try to spin it that way, no question. But do not, for a second, unless Putin walks out of the meeting hall waving a white flag, do not for a second think that we're getting a victory in this one. Not that we're involved in it. Don't think Ukraine is getting a victory in this one. We're getting a victory in this one if the war ends. Because then maybe all the hundreds of billions of dollars that we pissed into the wind to Ukraine will finally stop. The well is dry. Okay? Let's work on rebuilding our military from all the stuff that we've given away. Let's work on selling, not giving, equipment to Europe that they want to buy from us to generate revenue for our economy, and be done with this. I'm sorry, as I've said many times, the map in Europe has changed many, 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 many times. Just look at the 20th century, okay? And I've gone over that before. How many countries existed 100 years ago that don't exist anymore, right? Remember the Ottoman Empire? There you go. Yugoslavia, East Germany, let's pick some. The Soviet Union, okay? Countries that don't exist anymore. This meeting's not going to do anything. It's going to help the U.S. economy. It will if Trump says to Putin, we're done, we're out, do whatever the hell you want. We're not paying anything else. That'll help the U.S. economy. Anything else? Sanctions? No. Okay, it doesn't do squat for us, right? Good or bad, who cares, right? It's, of course, you'll hear all the warmongers come out today. Just Lindsey Graham will, of course, come. He'll be getting his media screen time today, probably saying something along the lines like he said about Israel the other day, when his quote on Israel was, Israel's not the bad guy, they're the good guy. The bad guys are the radical Islamists who kill everyone in this room if they could. There he's right, okay? Where he completely goes off the rails is when he says, we have to give Israel billions in aid or else God is going to kill us. Nice try, Lindsey. Just replace Israel with the word Ukraine in every sentence I just read, and that would be Lindsey's potential speech on Ukraine. Because, hey, what do you think he did over there a few weeks back when he took this unexpected trip to Ukraine? Hey, Zelensky, how's that buying the bank in France going? I want to make sure I get my cut. Right, Lindsay? Okay. You know better than Joe Biden. Hopefully South Carolina kicks your ass to the curb for good, too. But while you watch all the spin on the media today, CNN, of course, say that Trump does nothing. They'll actually be right. Fox or Newsmax or whatever will say how great, how Trump put Putin in his place. That'll be bullshit, okay? You can't negotiate when you have nothing. Trump has nothing. Basically, he can go in here and say, Vlad, let's just end this already. Take it all. And Vlad will be like, good. You get Zelensky to do this, and we're done. Pretty simple. And where everybody's like, oh, Zelensky holds all the cards. No, he doesn't. He's a clown. He's a puppet. He's an idiot. Okay? He's a crook. You get rid of the crook, and we go back to peace. What Putin and Trump need to talk about today is how to get the West to cut all ties with Zelensky, period, and make him a pariah, and then let the Ukrainian people deal with him. Pinball out.